Hello, hello, and welcome along to the very first episode of what we are calling Protection Detail, a campaign set in the land of Urxos, where our party of 4 bodyguards ascribed to protect Martin Sovarde, head of Sovarde Pharmaceuticals. Over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks, we're going to get to know each other a little bit, as we have not played together as this particular table, and we're going to get to know the world a little bit before introducing a 5th player, Michaela, who many people will know, and cracking on with the main campaign. Don't worry, Oscar is still the Oscar you know and love. He just has temporarily polymorphed into an orc as his camera's not on. Anyway, speaking of people and who's playing, if you just let me know what your character name, class, and race is, we'll start with you, Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Prince, the animated armor Psy Knight Warrior. No, fighter, right?
Psy Warrior Fighter?
Psy Warrior Fighter. That way
really
around.
Josh.
Yeah, fuck.
Whatever. Psy Knight Warrior Fighter thing. We have Rico.
I'm gonna fuck up to you. I'm Rico, and I'm playing Rainbow Sparkles, the fairy Hexblade Warlock.
I genuinely thought you said I'm a fuck up too, which is a great way of introducing yourself. I have a new player to the channel, Pat.
I'm Pat. I'll be playing Bubbles, Alchemical Archer Ranger extraordinaire.
And he's a
I'm
Giff.
a Giff.
Yes,
I'm a Giff.
fantastic. And I've left all the races out on the GIF. On the GIF of the GIF. Oh, how would I do that? And I have Oscar.
Hello, I'm Oscar Salty. I will be playing Sugha the Orc College of Dance Bard.
Oh, and we have now officially called it Sugha. Great.
Yes.
So we've got Sugha, Prince, Rainbow, and Bubbles.
Great squad.
Good job, guys. But yeah, we're here to have a little bit of fun, so I'm not going to take it too seriously, but try and keep him alive. It's only 5 episodes or so. And we are going to kick off in the wonderful world of Lextor. Lextor is a city a little way out of Anakeisha. I'm going to put you guys in the main map just so you can have a little look around. And you've been sent here because Martin Sovarde is going to be giving a speech out on the coast. He's giving a talk at the Teardrop Arena, which is a conference center, a large conference center, that's renowned for its podium that is suspended about 120 foot above the ground, upon which he can speak. There'll be large screens all behind him showing his face, and it's basically a pain in the ass to try and protect anyone who's doing that. So yeah, that is your primary concern. And as you've got to Lextor already, you are greeted as you arrive off of what is effectively the monorail service. It is an incredibly swift bullet train that goes between Tetheris and Lextor and Tetheris and Taxlington. You cannot get it from Lextor to Taxlington, but you can meet in the middle and go via the 3 big cities, or the 3 only cities really of Anakeisha. You guys are based in Tetheris, so this is a trip out to the sticks, if you like. When you arrive, you are greeted by Helen. You all know Helen and love Helen. Helen is an orc secretary. She is the secretary to Martin Sovarde. And as you arrive, she says, "Oh, good, you're here. You're here. Marvelous. 11:06 a.m. You are 2 minutes late. That's unfortunate, but I suppose you can't be blamed for the problems with the train. Okay, you should be able to be on site at about 11:55 a.m. Martin Sovarde's due to arrive at 1300 hours. Conference is due to kick off at 1330 hours. Should be over by 1700 hours, and there is a small after-party meal afterwards. You do not have to attend. Martin will not attend himself. Any questions? Good. I'm assuming you all received the blueprints that were sent to you via your ICD. If you didn't, here they are. And she once again bleeps you with one of these, basically telling you there are 6 exits, 2 to the north, 2 to the south, 1 to the west, 1 to the east. The west door is kept closed at all times, barred and secure, or so I am told. Your meeting on point will be Yeo. Yeo is the head of security for the Teardrop Arena. No, that's total rubbish. His name's Poe. We'll meet Yeo another time. Sorry. Yes, Yeo is. We'll meet him another time. Don't worry about Yeo. Poe is the head of security at the Teardrop Arena. You should be able to meet with him. I'm assuming you have directions already programmed in. So, are you all ready to depart? There is a car waiting you outside.
I believe so.
Excellent. Silver sedan.
Thank you very much, Miss Helen. I appreciate that. Always a
Pleasure
big help.
doing business with you.
Sure. I'm going to meet Martin. I shall see you shortly. And with that, Helen sort of strides along the platform in her constantly business manner. This woman has never been seen without a clipboard since she was 8 years old. She is the most official human you will ever meet. Her power suit is uniquely armored, and she is an expert with a pistol. She gives you a really clean image of the car you're going to be getting in. And cars in the world of Urxos are not quite like cars in our world. They are a lot longer and a lot wider. They do not have drivers at all. They are all self-driven, and you program in your location and off they go. They also don't use an engine, so to speak. They run on electrolysis, so they are near silent, which makes it really creepy. And as you all get into your silver sedan, you'll find out that it's bigger on the inside, because why not? And there is a large bar across the middle for you to sit either side of. And at the moment, there are some refreshments on the table. A jug of chilled iced water is there with 4 glasses, some other soft drinks on the side. You all get in the car. What are you doing?
Rainbow's already busting out a set of playing cards. I assume they exist in the world of Earth.
Oh, 100%.
Right, lads. Who's ready to lose a couple of credits?
Listen, Ray, you ain't gonna take me again, all right? Listen, I gave you all last week's pay. I can't do that again, man. I got 8 kids. I got eight daughters at home. I can't be giving all my money to you. I gotta save.
I don't care about your 4 kids, 8 kids, whatever they are.
I don't know. My youngest, you may like her. Maybe I introduce you to. She's about your height. How old are you again?
Might be a little old for her. I'd rather not digress my age.
Oh, we don't.
If that's all right.
All right. I mean, we've been friends for 5 years. No big deal. You know everything about me and my family, but that's cool. You keep your walls up, friend.
Well, that's because you talk too much. Bubbles.
It's true.
As the two of you deal out the cards, are you attempting to cheat the cards, Mr. Rainbow?
No, I don't.
No, great. Okay, just give me a performance check, the two of you. Anybody else dealing in the hand?
Oh, I would. I would love to join. I love a fun game of cards.
Sugar, I'll take a performance check with you with it as well, please. Prince.
I'm going to telepathically say to Ray, what is the bet?
You don't get to play with us, Prince.
Why?
Because you can speak into my head. What's stopping you from looking through my eyes?
You know I can't do that.
I'm worried about his blind side, being able to see both sides of the card. But Prince, are you partaking?
What is the bet, though?
What is the bet?
Will you tell me?
So just to start off with, each of you should have about 2,500 credits on you. That is
Jesus.
2 plat, 5 gold.
2 plat, 5 gold. Okay.
Or you might find it
Small
easier to
blind
put
is
2 plat
100
and
credits.
500 copper. Well, it's probably the easier way to do it.
Yeah, I feel like we start low. I feel like we do this all the time, so we're not
Yeah.
betting huge numbers. We're just doing it
Okay.
to pass the time, right?
Yeah.
As the cards are dealt on the table, I'll take a performance check from Prince as well, please. The card doesn't behave itself. So basically, they go very, very fast, sort of 80 to 100 kilometers an hour, 60 to 70 miles an hour. And as they sort of fly down, they don't really brake on the corners. So there's this moment where the car spins and you know it's moving really fast, but everything inside goes very gracefully due to the extra dimension. So the cars just slip ever so slightly, as if you're on a boat that's tilted slightly in the water. And as Lextor flies on by, Sugar's taking your credits. First hand's dealt, Sugar, you can take 200 credits. You take 200 credits, but 50 of them are yours, right? And then 50 is lost from the other 3 of you.
No, we're starting a little lower, maybe even than that.
Oh
But...
man, Ange is gonna kill me.
50? I know.
No, you've already lost
Everyone
those
to
50.
play cards with me.
Yes, he does seem to have a plus 11 to performance. Shouldn't play games of skill. You should play games of luck. So as you deal out the second hand, I'll take a D100 from each of you. As this time you choose for a bit of blackjack, a bit of luck. Anything over 80 is bust.
Oh fuck!
Oh gosh.
You can't get lower than Sugar.
I got a 98.
You're bust. You're
Yep,
out.
I'm out.
Okay. Sugar rolls an 8, which is effectively the case of getting 2 2s and then sticking. Raid, respectable hand, but rolling slightly over the top is... I'm going to need your name again. Bubbles. I will get them quickly. That's okay. It doesn't bother me either way. So all it is that people are rolling from their character. So if you just change as in your drop-down box, then I'll see it, and then I won't forget about it.
I'm seeing, this play out. I will telepathically say to Bubbles, is there a trick to this game?
I mean, if there is, I haven't figured it out yet.
Assuming that you're all studying the blueprints, Helen's voice cuts into all of your minds, and not playing cards in the sedan. And you get the impression she's very aware that you're playing cards in the sedan. It might come to your interest that, well, they don't seem to have included the suspended platform. It'll be suspended about 120 feet above the very center of the room. That is where Martin will be giving his speech at 13:30 hours. I'm assuming you've come up with a plan of how to protect somebody who's suspended above the entire crowd?
Gosh, does he have to be suspended?
Well, I mean, the platform is. It would make little sense if he wasn't on it. That's the whole point of the Teardrop Arena. I would have assumed by now you'd got at least 2 contingency plans for this.
What a stupid design.
Is there any sort of I'm seeing the picture here. He's at the highest point. I'm assuming he's above. He's going to be above everybody.
He is going to be about here.
Okay.
If we look at the picture, he's that sort of height. I'm drawing a line across the middle of the image.
I see. Looking at the blueprint.
Okay, there is a rail that goes all the way around the top up here. It's like a balcony. It's made of cut glass. You can see straight through it. And that is the sort of upper way. And you can technically reach into the thick chrome wires that will be suspending the platform. Apart from that, there are some gallery seats that sort of go either side of the building like this, and then everybody else will be sat around the base.
Okay. I mean, I think with my big rifle here, I should probably be up in them rafters, getting a bird's eye view of everything. Maybe some of y'all want to be a little closer to our charge here.
Yeah, I was gonna. I want to be as close to Martin as possible.
Okay. Yeah, we're well aware I'm not quite very capable of fighting from range.
Would you be downstairs trying to deal with any trouble? Is that a mouse? Deal with Josh. Is that a mouse behind you? To deal with any. I know that's a cat, but she came in with something in her face. Maybe.
No, she's just licking the ground.
Okay, very good. Anyway, so Sugar and Prince, I assume you guys will be on the ground dealing with guests and everybody who comes in and security scans, sort of stuff.
Helen specifically mentioned the west exit.
Barred and locked, so you technically only have to deal with the other 5. It's the emergency escape.
She said usually, though.
Yeah. It will be locked for this particular, but it is an emergency escape. You can get out of it, but you shouldn't be able to get in it.
We'll double check.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be covering one of the other exits, I guess.
As the car stops, the door opens, and there's a very, very short woman outside. And she's sort of wearing a large microphone across her face. And she just puts her hand up right in your face, just hold on. Yeah, I got it. All right, enough with the details. She looks at the 4 of you and... Oh, you're normies. Right. Okay. Mr. Sovarde does not have a siphon detail? And she's expecting you to be Warforged, and you're not.
Yeah, you must be Miss Poe. Nice to meet you.
No, Poe's inside. He's head of security. I've
been misinformed.
I'm the receptionist assistant, I guess. You can call me Sarah. I'll show you in, I guess. You'll be working.
Aren't you even the receptionist?
No, I'm just a lackey girl. I'm working this and a bar job, you know. Anyway, shall we?
I'll flit along up.
Damn it, Chris! Enough of that! And she sort of takes the headset off and throws it, and then she literally stamps on it on the floor. Which is... My man's gonna get it when I get back. Alright, let's move. And then she leads you inside, to the inside of the arena. As you get into this sort of... You're coming in this door, by the way. It's impossible to get images of teardrop-shaped buildings with suspended podiums, so assume the podium's going to drop from here. That's where we're at. It's probably like right in... We're probably taking the picture from the podium. Or a bit lower if you prefer. And as you arrive, a gentleman strides up towards you. Sort of... Good evening and good day. You'd be the protection detail from Martin Sovarde, is that right?
I'd reckon that you're probably Poe.
That'd be me.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than the one that you thought.
I ain't good with names.
That's all right. Poe's pretty short. We should be all right to keep it. I'm assuming you want showing around.
Lead the way, Mr. Poe.
Great. There's the podium. Hangs down. There's going to be a performance on it at 3:30 by the Quick Hop duo. I don't know how they're going to do that, but whatever. During that time, the lights will go down and there'll be laser beams and all that. The security scanner's just here, and he shows you that the main entrance has a security scanner, which he's literally standing in front of right now. Every person that comes in will be shown through here. There are 7 people already on the premises, excluding staff. I will be introducing them to you shortly. 5 exits in operation. This is the first. 2 right, 2 left, as you see them. And he points to them, all 4. The little stairs up there go to the balcony. If you're wanting to go up top, you'll be taking the lift up there. And he shows you what looks like a sort of disc of light. You will have seen elevators like these occasionally. They pretty much just teleport you to the top. But it's quite cool because you see yourself dissipate and reappear. Yeah, that's me. That over there is the receptionist on duty. She'll have everybody's name tags. He sort of reaches into a pocket and he pulls out a weirdly folded piece of cloth, and he sort of folds it out a little bit. And Kelly was her name. Receptionist. She's new yesterday. Anything else?
So, Mr. Poe, you're gonna give us free reign of this building here. You know,
You do
we
what
got
you
a very
like.
important. We got a very important task here, keeping Mr. S safe.
Sure.
So we're gonna have to have full access here.
You can do everything, but I can't get you through the security scanner without it going off. So I'll just disable it while you walk through. But if you do go through it, it will set the alarms off.
I got.
And then he
a lot
points
of
to all
metal
the
on me right
equipment.
now.
Oh, it doesn't scan for metal. That's very outdated. It scans for weaponry and magic,
I got a lot of those.
active magic. I assume you'd be carrying weapons. Certainly, that looks to be one on your back.
That's the one you can see. Yeah.
All right. Oh gosh. All right. Anything else you need?
What do you think, team?
I think we can handle business pretty well from here.
Yeah, that'll be all, Poe.
All right. Well, I'll be over there. That's my spot. And you see this little sort of like security chair, something like a stool, a little to the left of the main entrance, with a little back on it, and he sort of sits on it and begins swinging left and right. Anybody who thinks that they know security well can give me an insight check. I should hope that's the lot of you.
I will try. No.
Bubbles. As you look him up and down, you can see he doesn't really care too much about his job. He's not really that bothered. He's not a particular professional. He is wearing a bulletproof vest. But other than that, he doesn't seem particularly well prepared for any fight or combat that might happen. This isn't particularly surprising. It is just a conference center. Martin Sovarde is basically coming to a place that is well below his station to give a speech. It's a bit like the president turning up at your local village hall. So it's not particularly unexpected, but he's just sort of letting you guys deal with all security matters.
I think I would relay that to the group. I'd just be like, this Poe guy, like, look at that vest. that ain't gonna do shit against a laser rifle. He don't have no weapon. He don't have nothing. He had no security cameras. He got nothing.
He's got a choice chair though, sitting down over there, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, we're on our own here, guys. This guy's a joke.
Fucking
The amount
lazy
of
ass.
spinning he's doing over there, he'd probably stand up and just fall over.
He's gonna fall right over. Yeah, absolutely.
Perhaps his weapon is his mind.
I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see. But
That tends to not be the most useful weapon.
yeah, he can keep his mind. I got this here. He pats his gun.
Yeah, and I have my weapons too. I pat my guns.
All right. Yeah,
my
no,
goodness.
you call him your gun.
Ray
I know.
weaponless currently.
Wait. Yeah,
Except
Ray,
for
you
the
forget.
knives.
You forget
Yeah,
your
the
gun.
knives.
Ray, where's your gun? You forget it? You leave it back in the
Of course
limo?
not. And he'll snap and sort of just like Sailor Moon style, like this sort of submachine gun will sort of appear.
Oh, there it is. There it is right there.
Oh, it's your
You're
pack
always
weapon.
so fancy
Pack
with your
weapon.
weapons.
Pack
Snap
weapon.
my fingers and then just flex.
Yeah.
The woman who you believe to be Kelly, she's got sort of beautiful long blonde hair that's perfectly styled, bright blue eyes, spectacles on, but you can tell they're just for show. She's wearing far more makeup than is necessary, and her blouse is really low cut. And she comes over to you and, so, you'd be the security detail, right?
And you must be Kelly.
I am. The receptionist here was of yesterday. Nice building. Give you a little tour if you like.
Oh, I'd love a tour.
Wonderful.
Can
Before we do embark on a tour, go on, Prince.
I don't know what I was going to say. Forget me.
Um,
Go.
I need to introduce you to the 7 people already on premises.
Go right on ahead.
Oh,
Their
wonderful.
staff.
No, staff excluded. There are 7 visitors already here. They're a little strange. And she will lead you over to 7 almost identical looking Warder Genasi. All 7 of them are sat in a tiny little row right next to each other. And they're all dressed in the same suit. They are all wearing the same pair of glasses. And they all have their hair in exactly the same slick back manner. They're slightly different. You can tell they're not twins. And each one of them is holding effectively an iPad, right? A tablet in one hand, and is typing furiously in the air with the other.
So,
That's them.
Kelly, who are these guys?
Nick, Mikey, Daniel, David, Robert, Samuel, and V, apparently. V? The one guy at the end sort of waves his hand. And V?
When she came over to us and was seemingly very chipper and upbeat and stuff
Very
like that, does it-
flirtatious.
Yeah,
how
does
she's-
does it seem like fake, like put on,
Give me
or
an
is
insight
that does it an insight? Did you say?
Yeah, give this with advantage. She's got a bit of an aura about her. We
A
might say.
nasty aura, eh?
No, not nasty.
Is her aura like dirt brown?
No, I'd say her aura is quite nasty.
It's incredibly
That's
blonde.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, she is using both of her brain cells to attempt to flirt. There is nothing else on her mind. She is just
Okay.
a pretty face stuck here looking for some action. She seems remarkably interested in Sugha. Apart from that, she's
Sugar has no sleeves on his shirt right now.
exactly.
Mm.
Right, so
Figured
I know.
never has
the
sleeves
guns
on
are
the
out.
shirt.
The guns are out.
Okay, so we shouldn't be too suspicious that she just got the job the day before this guy.
You would assume these guys
Okay.
go through receptionists like week in, week out.
Why?
Because there is nothing to do. It's a conference center. There is nobody to check in, nobody to check out, except for when they have events. That probably happens once every 10 days or so, yet they work 15-hour days, 6 days a week. So they just sit at a
Conference
desk
center
and
and-
wait.
Yeah, Conference Center and Sugha seem to have the exact same problem with receptionists. Go through them.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, I mean that's why I never tried to set him up with any of my daughters.
She puts her hand on your bicep, and you must be very well paid, Sugha. Come and tell me about some of your most dangerous missions. And she'll lead you on up the stairs to the balcony that surrounds the entire arena, where you can see the gallery of seats. The other three of you are sat there, or stood there, looking at 7 Water Genasi.
But as they walk off, I will telepathically say to Ray, "Will he be safe?"
I reckon he will. You can go join him if it pleases you.
I have a job to do.
Attaboy. Now, the fuck are these 7 doing? And I'll just sort of like stare at them, just like what are you actually doing?
Oh, Samuel. We're journalists for the 80 Times.
I see. Writing a story, are you?
That would imply that it's infactual. It will in fact be a very factual and detailed account. Martin Sovarde is most anticipated. We are the 80 Times records about medicine and further produce. We've written multiple articles on Martin Sovarde. I'm sure you got them on your directory.
I'll look at both Bubbles and
Can I
Prince?
try to can I try to pull up any info? I don't know what I
yeah,
have
so
about. Are these legit?
You'd know about the 80 Times. The 80 Times is Anakesia Tech. It's all about sort of modern technological advances. This particular group are apparently medicine students. So that's why they're interested in Martin Sovarde and his pharmaceuticals. Why there's 7 of them, why they're wearing all the same suit, you have no idea. But you do pull up a list of articles ascribed to a Samuel or a David or a V, all of which seem to be about either Martin Sovarde or one other gentleman. And, oh, you're really testing my remembering abilities here. It's you? I think it's you. Yes. The other are about one Garrick. No surname given. Garrick is the owner and CEO of Medicorp. Medicorp are... So, whereas Martin Sovarde is the largest pharmaceutical company in the world, Medicorp is much more about practical and physical medicine. Machinery, hospitals, and also, all the sort of medicine that happens inside. Plenty of magic involved as well as tech. And he's the owner and CEO. His father was an incredibly powerful man. Most of the articles written about Garrick are not very nice.
Would you say that Medicorp is like a direct competitor to Sovarde's company?
No. Most Medicorp hospitals will use Sovarde pharmaceuticals. They don't produce any pharmaceuticals themselves at all. It's basically the company that produces the X-ray machines, the MRI scanners, and all the nurses and doctors and all the training and the buildings themselves. The only thing they don't do is drugs, which is all Sovarde.
And so the articles about Sovarde are positive?
Very positive. Mostly because of the advancements he's made in technology, more than... They're not very interested in him as a human. It would seem they're very factual accounts. They weren't lying about that. It's full of dry details, basically about what medical advancements he's made. It doesn't make a huge amount of sense to any of you. But you get the basics. And you will know that Sovarde has done a lot of good work. Whereas everything written about Garrick is about the person. And basically how he's made no advancements of Medicorp, and everything now costs more and is less efficient.
Well, that would be a good motive to take this guy out then, because he could then take over that company or fuse it with his own, and then he's got all the things that people keep writing about.
Sure. The 7 Water Genasi will look at you.
Right, well, we'll be keeping our eye on you.
Right, okay. Preparatory notes, that's all. Do you want to see them?
No.
Yeah, they nod, and that's that.
Can I check out the exits?
Sure. As you walk over there, Sugha. You are being escorted around the balcony by Kelly. She has asked you about all your most dangerous missions, if you've ever been shot. She makes a couple of allusions to how much money you make. You get the impression that the only thing she would find more attractive than your muscles is your heavy paycheck. She is clearly on the lookout to get you in some trouble. And she's also left her post completely unattended. And there's a line of about 8 people waiting to check in.
Well, you know, she offered a tour, so I'm just taking it.
You'll take the full tour. Very good. She'll show you around the balcony 6 times. She'll also show you the lift. She thinks it's really cool. It's really not. It's just a lift. But Prince, as you head to the exits, there is a single door at the front with a security gate in front of it with a scanner. The 2 exits on the right and 2 exits on the left are exit only. And these are held in place by a wall of force. So they ain't going to open unless someone disintegrates them. But you can deactivate it from the inside with a single push of a button.
I see. Okay. Where do they just leave, like, is outside of this building like just a huge open area?
Kind of. There are other buildings in the area, but this is out on the sea. So
Yeah.
3.5
it's pretty
sides, it's surrounded by sea. There's some pretty trees and a walkway and stuff. There are some buildings out the front, and there's a sort of driveway, a sleek in, sleek out driveway. The cars will take themselves off to car parks when they're not in use. So there are no car parks at venues anymore. But yeah, there's a sort of drive-in, drive-out area. The railway, as you know, is about 50 minutes away. Out the front is fairly busy courtyard and street leading over to a few other buildings. But yeah, it looks pretty secure. The people are only coming in one door here.
Okay. And how close are the seats to the... Because, oh yeah, all of those are seats. Yeah, so the seats are pretty close to the exits, right?
So if we look at this picture,
Mm-hmm.
you have this exit here, which is sort of a gap in between the gallery, and this exit here, also a gap between the gallery. This is the main door with the security. You have another exit here with a force field, and another exit here with a force field. And then here is like an exit-only evacuation door, which you haven't been to check out yet. Why is there a really damaged dwarf on the screen?
I'm gonna say.
But it's just is the button just like? Is there anything covering it?
Nope.
Is there any
Nope.
like code you have to put in
Nope,
for it? You can
nothing.
just
It
press
is. It is an "I need to get the hell out" button.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
It will set. It will set the alarm. So if any of these doors open, the alarms will go off everywhere. So nobody can just open the door for someone else.
Okay. Then in that case, gosh. Okay, yeah. Then I would like to try and find Poe.
Okay. Do you want to set up this? Check out the 6th exit, the emergency evac exit.
Sure.
Okay. The emergency evac exit does not appear to be a door at all. In fact, what it is a small square that has little tiny lights dotted all around it. And at the center of it is a sort of floor space with a small silver disc. In a true emergency, this will turn into a teleportation field that will teleport people 600 feet across the water to an evacuation area. If this is activated, people can just sprint into the teleportation area and reappear 600 feet away. This is if the building is just blowing up, for example. This is not particularly standard procedure. This is pretty high-tech for this world, for these sort of buildings. Most of the security details you do don't have something like this. You're going to check out. You're going to find out that you're going to find Poe.
Yeah, I would have taught.
It's about 12:35. Ray and Bubbles, what are you doing?
And the speech is at 3. We have a couple hours.
No, the performance is at 3. The speech is at 1:30. Martin's due to arrive at 1.
Okay, we got 45 minutes. Ray, I think we should. The only way up to the platform is through an elevator, right?
Interesting enough, you haven't seen the way up to the platform, but you do note the platform is currently on the ground. So it's going to get winched up.
I think we inspect that.
Okay, the upper balcony is an elevator, but the platform itself is on the ground right now. It does have large winching cables holding it, but it's going to lift him up once he's in it. The platform is about 150 foot across. It is big. And it's
the platform he's standing on is 150 feet across.
Yes, it's going to get lifted up. As you look at it, it does have the capacity to contract and may do so. It currently seems to be in its largest state, and you notice 2 Harengon checking it out.
To Herringon.
Yep. There's one, and there's the other. Oh no, the other one.
Look at these.
As you arrive over,
These jokers.
they both sort of look up at you and, oh, hey, mister! How's it going?
Wait, are you Zane and Kaya?
I'm Zane, he's Kaya. Quick call.
Oh my god.
That's
my
us.
Daughter,
Woo!
my daughters love you guys. You guys.
Oh,
are
everyone
just
loves
the
us. We're the best. With that, he literally does one-handed handstand and then stands back up.
Oh yeah. Bubbles, you do. I mean, Ray, you do that. You're about their size.
Ray is just like rolling his eyes.
No, he ain't into
No,
it.
I don't fucking dance.
I thought all your people dance. No, not how that works.
Some of them.
All right. Listen, you guys got a show. You guys put on a show after at 3
3
o'clock,
p.m.
right?
That's us. Yeah.
Why you so early, guys?
I'm going to check out the space, because it's going to go up and come back down, and go up and come back down. And apparently when your little man, you must be Mr. Sovarde's friends, right? When your little man goes on, it's going to get a little small, and we can't dance to something small, so we come here to check it out while it's big, so we can see our dimensions and make sure we've got our routine right, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want you...
You will
falling
note
off that.
Kaya has said nothing.
Interesting.
He's just standing there with sort of one eyebrow raised, foot tapping.
Are they like relatively young?
Give me a nature check.
I can try.
It's a shame that I'm not with you guys. I know all about them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you're on your way down. You see them over across. Oh, yes, okay, you know about their music, sure. I meant, like, could you tell how old Harangon is?
I mean, if there's Google equivalency in this world, then I probably would.
Age is something that is very well hidden by most people. Documentation on how old people is pretty hard to find. A lot of people in this day and age try and look as young as possible for as long as possible because, well, they can. But what was your nature check?
15.
Okay, they're definitely adults. They don't appear to be graying yet, but that, given modern technology, that doesn't mean a whole lot. You know from memory that their first single came out, so they do music videos for other artists who don't actually release anything, but their first video they partook in was 26 years ago. So they're at least 35, 40.
They're adults, they're not teenagers.
I mean, they got to be on the downswing if they're performing for like a weird medical conference, right? Like,
Yeah,
I can't
truly,
imagine
right?
they're that popular.
Yes and no. You do know this is probably the biggest event in the Teardrop Arena in the last 10 years.
Oh, okay.
As I said, it's a bit of a small scale conference center. So for Martin Sovarde to make an appearance is huge. The thing with Martin Sovarde is he has quite a lot of fans, both members of the Collusion who are a fan of his political movements, and members of the sort of, for want of a better word, the peasantry. Poor people. Poor people love Martin Sovarde because he started giving away medicine for free. That's his thing. If you're under a certain paycheck, he gives you any vital medicines for free. That's his whole shtick. So he's got loads of people who are going to turn up who don't give a damn about medicine, basically. And that's why they're coming. This place is going to be cramped. So you got questions for us? You need to search me? And Kai sort of
Yeah.
Zane sort of puts his hands up.
I pat him down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it to.
Yeah, he's wearing some baggy sports clothing. Doesn't seem to be packing anything else unusual. And when you get to Kaya, you do find a sort of large, solid lump just above his right hip, in his jacket.
Hey, what's this? Is it gonna stab me? What is this? You got a gun?
And he just sort of reaches into his thing and he pulls out what looks like a large ball of fluff and, this is my spare tail. Lets me do tricks.
All right. Show me.
Okay. So basically he gets down on the floor and he stands up on his head and he begins to spin. And when he holds his tail out, it looks like he's going twice as fast because his tail is rotating twice as quick, but actually he's got two tails. It's just a trick.
All right.
And he sort of gets
Checks out, Ray.
Anything else?
No, all right. I'm gonna need you guys to clear the area in the next few minutes here.
Okay, we've got 6-minute rehearsal. Is that all right?
Yeah, you can give me 15.
6 minutes is the full show.
Well, you can do it 2.5 times then.
Okay. And saying sort of, yeah, that's fine. We're just going to do it once at school. We're just going to run it over, make sure we don't fall off the platform. Everything's going to be great. And with that, he sort of goes, doop, 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 hit. And it's really weird because you see them dance, but you don't hear the music. The music will play in the arena, but right now they're hearing it in their heads, so you're just watching a silent dance show. And they do seem really impressive. They're great break dancers. They do all sorts of tricks. They've definitely got some magic about them, including levitation and flight. And they jump off the platform and down, and you can imagine they're going to like dangle off it and stuff. Do all sorts of fancy fuck shit.
Speaking of flight, though,
Mm-hmm.
Ray would like to check out the sort of ceiling structure that.
Cool.
Martin will
I'm
be-
assuming you take the elevator up to the the top
I can
balcony
I can
with
fly.
with bubbles and then fly up,
Oh, sure, yeah.
just to
yeah,
save
yeah.
you a 700-foot journey.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
As the two of you head off, Prince, you're headed over towards Poe, and as you get there, Kelly and Sugha come down the stairs. Kelly, oh no, all these clients. Oh, I better get to work. Sugha, it's wonderful to see you. Perhaps we might exchange numbers afterwards.
Oh, of course. We'll talk after.
Lovely, you can take me to dinner. And she heads on over to the desk, and there's now a queue of about 15 people who've been scanned through the security. And you'll note that Poe has two little sub-friends as you get over there, Prince. They're both Minotaurs, and they're a little small, and they're a little chunky, and they are wearing full-on mesh combat suits. Jacket and trousers. They are not suited and booted like Poe at all. And both of them have a large pistol on their hip and what appears to be a small truncheon on the other hip. And they're scanning everyone as they come in. And Poe's sort of swinging on his chair, sat by the front door.
Yeah, I'll walk up to him, and I will telepathically say to him,
Whoa!
um,
Okay. He sort of, as soon as the first word pops in, he jumps and then looks over at you and meets your eyes.
well, where eyes would be.
Sure, meets your head.
Yeah. Could you show me the security system?
You mean like the exits, or you mean like scanner?
I mean the machine that controls the security.
I don't get it. I'm the machine that controls the security. You mean the scanner, or like the exits?
You can control whether the alarms go off.
Oh, no, they all make loud sounds. He sort of looks at you a little confused. You mean what sets the alarm off, or what does the alarm look like?
No,
Or...
I mean like like in our world, it would be like a computer system or something.
Nothing. So the alarms are individual doors. So each door, when it is opened, will set off noise all over the area. It's just a single magic rune on the door.
There's nothing that could disable it or anything.
Nothing
or
at
turn
all.
off.
Nothing at all. And if it does go off, you would need to get the security company who installed it to come back and put it back on.
Jeez.
It is tight security.
Yeah, why are we here?
Because people can still get in, and you're there to deal with people.
Yeah, I suppose.
The security
Well-
scanner is incredibly high-tech as well. It looks like a little bit of a wind tunnel. And as you notice Sugha walking over towards you, you will see people filing through one by one. And as they come through, like an image comes up on the screen next to one of the security guards. It's a list of like all of their implants, all of their cybernetic upgrades, all of their magical abilities that are registered. Everything about them comes up on the screen every time someone walks through. And one of these two Minotaurs sort of sees you and gives you a little wave. The two of you.
I will say to them telepathically, hello.
Can they speak back, or do they just need to talk out loud?
Yeah, they'll just need to talk
Okay, cool.
out loud. I think. Let
can
me
you-
just double check?
Can you come over here?
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Both of you, if you don't mind.
Or am I not?
Yeah, so they'll
Please.
have to talk out loud.
Okay, yeah, so he asks you both to come over.
Yeah, I will.
We've got a detainee.
Well, that's interesting.
We kept him on the side. Don't understand his equipment.
What don't you understand?
We don't know what it does. Don't know what it is. The machine doesn't register it. Nothing.
Show me.
He's that lizard folk just there. And he points to a man who's been sort of asked to stand sort of the opposite side of the door to the swinging chair of Poe. And he's just stood with his back against the wall, like this. He's holding a bunch of what look like torches, a little sort of sound machine, a strange stethoscope. He looks really happy with himself. He's wearing a
He looks like a member of the Ghostbusters.
Go ahead and give me your history check with advantage. That is pretty astute of you.
I was genuinely going to walk up to him and say, who are you going to call, huh?
Yeah, he is meant to look a little bit like a member of the Ghostbusters.
Oh, what check? What did you ask for?
A history check with advantage.
History. Okay, I've got good history. That's an 18.
Sorry, not my phone keeps making noises. He definitely looks like he's holding some weird equipment for searching out ghosts. You've seen it on a TV show once.
Okay,
Maybe you haven't, but you've heard of it from a TV show.
I'll approach him.
Hi, good evening. Good afternoon.
What is the equipment you are bringing into this facility?
I want to finally prove that my beliefs are correct.
What are your beliefs?
I've come to scan Martin Sovarde. I believe that he was possessed on the 23rd of 4th month, 2 years ago.
Possessed by what?
A ghost, of course.
What makes you believe this?
It was approximately 7 days before his first big announcement of the free pharmaceuticals, which wasn't in character for him prior to that. I also believe that he has been acting erratically. He fell out with his boyfriend. Lots of different things that point towards the same problem. And if you notice when you look at him on some of the television screens, his golden eyes go blue.
Great, is this world's equivalent of the lizard folk.
You're not believing this guy, are you, Prince?
I will telepathically say to Sugha, what do you think?
I mean, I don't really read into that kind of stuff too often. It's superstition, you know?
It would seem possible, although I doubt we can just allow him to walk free around here if he intends to get up close.
Oh, but I'll be very good.
This is in his head,
Oh.
my side, remember? So he's hearing half a conversation.
He sort of ways, I'll be very good and very well behaved. None of my equipment can harm anyone.
That's...
Want me to show you?
Interesting. Yeah, you know what? Let's see. Poe.
With that, he literally takes out his torch and starts waving it over you. Hey, nothing. What's wrong, mister?
Sugha, why are you lying?
You know, I find myself to be somewhat of a comedian on occasion, Prince. You just don't get humor.
This is no time for humor, Sugha.
Poe comes over.
We have a job to do.
Can I help you?
Yeah. He wants to show us how it's done. Have you been anywhere near, I don't know, spectral figures, maybe like ancestors' graves?
Oh yeah,
recently?
My auntie's a ghost.
Fair
I saw
enough.
her 10 days ago. Last month.
Yeah.
But not since then.
Let's see if she's possessing you.
10 days ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, effectively, but 3. I'm just reminding you that a week is 10 days.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So what does this involve? And before he can even finish his sentence, the lizard folk literally just starts taking out different machines and scanners and sort of waving them over him. And at one point he. And eventually, this little tiny puff of smoke just goes poof, just in front of him, like nothing else, and glides towards him very slowly, like a little moving cartoon cloud. No ghosts.
You know what? Do me this, lizard man. You find a ghost. You bring him back here, and we'll see if that stuff works on ghosts.
Such could take so long. This is my opportunity. And as he says this, marching through the door, excuse me, out the way, come on. The left, move to the left. Disable the security scanner, Mr. Sovarde's coming through. And Helen is just striding through, pushing people out the way with her clipboard. This like proper official.
Whacking people out the
She
way
is. She's just
with it.
pushing them out the way. Come on, move! Move, I said, let him through.
Prince, if you look over, Sugha has like a look of just, wow.
Cheating on the receptionist already?
And
it's about the.
Sorry, it's about the.
Oh,
You don't want him to
it's
finish
about
that sentence.
It's about the force that she's using.
And then striding in behind her, about 20 foot behind, looking completely calm, completely confident, and slightly high, is Martin Sovarde. And as he sort of strides in, sort of makes nods to people, and Prince, the lizard folk behind you, just tries to sort of slide his torch round your hip just to scan Mr. Sovarde.
I will grab his wrist.
Please, just a really quick. One second. Just shine this torch and it won't hurt him. Come on, you want to. I just want to know. I've got to know. 2 years I've been waiting.
Give me the torch.
He hands it to you. Please.
I will walk up to Martin.
He sort of nods you, Prince.
And I will telepathically say to him, forgive me, this will only take a moment. And then I will shine the
Yeah, you shine the torch on him, and there is a sudden bright blue light in front of Martin Sovarde.
He was possessed.
No. As he activates an energy shield, thinking that you might fire something at him.
Sorry. New security protocol. Just making sure, for you personally, that there's nothing that could harm you on you.
He looks straight over at you and, Prince, scanning me for a ghost.
I'm afraid you have what appears to be a stalker, sir. This is perhaps the only way to have him leave.
Okay, well, let's meet him.
Very well. And I will lead the way and pass the torch back to the lizard folk. But I'll stand side by side with the lizard folk, ready to, grab him if he tries any.
Helen sort of leans over. Mr. Sovarde, sir, you've only got 1 minute and 18 seconds to stop, otherwise you're going to be off the... Please, Helen, go find yourself a coffee.
That's all she needs. Caffeine.
Stalker, you say? Martin Sovarde, a pleasure to meet you. And he puts his hand out to greet Lemwick, who is the lizard folk.
Lemwick.
And I've saved his name for him. And Lemwick sort of... Mr. Sovarde, sir. I was under the belief that you were possessed, but Martin Sovarde sort of looks at him. When was I possessed, do you think? And he gives him the date, which I think is the... no! Sorry, I just bust the cams instead of opening up the window I was looking for. Pale Sun 17. 2 years ago. Martin Sovarde thinks for a moment. Well, I could understand why you'd think that. Oh, that was when the first big plans began. Yeah, you're right. I promised my father I wouldn't touch his legacy for a year. Not possessed by anything other than the spirit of a better man than my father. Pleasure to meet you, Lemwick. You may scan me. And Lemwick sort of takes out the little... And this little puff of smoke comes out, and Martin sort of looks at him. Oh. That's a little understated. We should get you some better equipment. Sugha. Would you escort this man to Helen and make sure that she gets him the most up-to-date and phantasmic scanning equipment?
I would love to.
My gift.
I'm gonna telepathically say to Martin, are you sure this is wise to encourage this behavior?
Man's hobbies are what drives him. He has interests and passion. Surely you can admire that in someone. Come now. I'm running. What was it, Helen? 72 seconds late. And I could also use a coffee. Are you okay, Prince? You seem a little tense.
I am merely trying to ensure your safety this evening, sir.
That's why I employ you. Oh, wonderful. Is that the platform? Have you met the rabbits yet? And Helen said, you can't call them that. Helen said quite loudly. Yeah. Oh, Quick Hopper. Wonderful.
Wait,
They danced on a table for me once.
Quick Ops here?
Yeah, they're performing at 3 o'clock. I'm sure you'd love to meet the show. Just don't take your
I'm not
eyes off
Sugha
the danger.
fangirling.
Anyway.
Following their choreography for years.
More power to you. Do you think they've got oat milk? And he heads over towards Helen. As she sort of... one slim bean coffee, double, oat milk, touch of sugar, brown. She puts it in someone. Helen, I know what I take in my coffee. You don't need to announce it every time. You can just say your coffee. She goes, oh, your coffee, sir. And then she sort of cuts herself off before she then recites it again. Ray and I won't say Ray and Rainbow. Rainbow and Bubbles. Why not? Let's use your full names. Rainbow and Bubbles.
Ray and Bubba.
As you both go up, the lift, the light sort of shines through you. I need to change my music. The light sort of shines through you, and you dissipate and reappear almost 600 feet up. And you find yourself on a small balcony around the inside of the teardrop. It's a very narrow space. A good jump could take you from one side to the other. And the teardrop gets even thinner as it gets up to the top. Rainbow, did you say you were flying on up?
Yeah, for sure.
It's warm up here, and it gets hotter as you fly up, as more and more panels of glass are even closer together. And the bright shining sun sort of burns down. You're used to Tetris, where the atmospheric bubbles are a little thicker. They don't really like being warm or cold or basically affected by weather in any way. In Tetris, for the next door, they're a little more lax. They like the sunshine. So it's a little warm up here. And you do note that the panes of glass do appear to be doubly enforced. So you've got 2 thick panels and then a gap and then 2 thick panels. You could fire a gun at them for a good hour before breaking through the 4 panels.
I'll say in the communicator, hey Ray, check the wires up there from that lift up the platform. See if
they're not up there. They're where you are. So they are suspended from the balcony you're on. The balcony is winched to the wall. Exactly. But before you do, as you look to the right, I assume that your true sight is always active. Is that correct?
I only have it for essentially half an hour a day, but I was going to activate it once I got up here to the
Okay, cool. So you take a very quick glance, and you will notice that there is a thin layer of what appears to be thick metal in the ethereal plane, all the way between the glass. This is to prevent teleportation in and out. No spell such as Pass Wall or Teleport or Misty Step or anything like that will pass through this barrier. The entire barrier would need to be shut down or dispelled one single nano panel at a time. So these panels are about 1 centimeter in size. You'd need to cast hundreds of thousands of spell magics to be able to get in here like that. So you'll find that reassuring. The winch cables are also doubly restrained in the ethereal realm, and you'll see security cameras all the way around the outside of the building, focusing outwards. You don't see any inside at all.
Who's security cameras? Apparently the teardrop doesn't have a...
Yeah, they do, but they only record people coming in and out. The reason they don't have any footage inside, you've heard a rumor that they're worried about conferences being leaked to other people, so they don't want any video footage at all. And in fact, anybody who can video, apart from with their mind, of course, which they can't prevent, is prevented at the security desk. And then, you look at these winch cables, and they're pretty hefty and sturdy. But there is an element of magic to them as well. They do have levitate runes inscribed along them, so they will take the weight of the platform and lift it on up. The platform can be reduced to 30 by 10 feet at its smallest, or 150 by 30 feet at its largest. Just as you guys are up here checking it out, you'll see Mr. Sovarde head on over to the platform, inspect it briefly. And then a huge voice booms over the tannoy. And is this thing on? Brilliant. Hi. And then you hear this male voice in the corner, just announce it. And Kelly's voice sort of, Martin will be, Mr. Sovarde will be speaking shortly. Please take your seats. For goodness sake, Kelly comes over the microphone before she shuts it off. And then it shuts off, and then a couple of minutes later, you'll hear the same announcement, but this time a lot more professionally done by a man, not a man who you've met. And the announcement comes over. Mr. Martin Sovarde will be speaking in 2 minutes. If you'd please like to take your seats. Very much. And then goes quiet. And you will see that the majority of people seem to be going to their seats. Sugha and Prince, nobody else has been stopped at the front desk. Nobody's attempted to come in with weapons or video recording software. Poe will tell you that there are a couple of people here with with a lot of implants or with a high amount of magic. One particular man he points out you will recognize as Garrick.
Shit.
Who is present. And you will see that he is surrounded by 6 Warforged. And they appear unarmed, but you know that many of their weapons are within their body. He has a high security detail. And this is particularly unexpected. He has prime seats, and Mr. Sovarde is alighting the platform. Are you two staying up there, so to speak?
Well, after the first announcement that it was about time, can I go down and do something to the platform first? I have enough time to get down the elevator.
Yeah, 100%.
I just want to cast alarm.
Okay.
Around the platform, and essentially, if anybody but Sovarde or one of us goes on there, I want it to ping me.
Are you going to include quick hop in that? Or are you
they should be going on after. So
so you'll just dispel it then. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just curious. Cool. Okay, yeah, you get your alarm spell on it. Is that a ritual cast or just you don't have time for a ritual cast, right? So just pop the spell slot if you would.
It's a 1 minute. Yeah, I'm just going to cast.
Oh, it's a 1 minute? Great. Yeah, absolutely fine. So you get that on, and Mr. Sovarde sort of looks at you. Afternoon, Bubbles. Are you well?
Hey, Mr. S. No, I'm doing all right. Just trying to keep you safe here. Put a little alarm spell. Make sure no one sneaks up on you.
Yeah, I trust you. How's your wife?
Angie's doing great. All eight girls doing great. You know, they're a handful.
Don't you like the natural trees they've got in the center here? Beautiful. Really livens the place up. I'll be going up. Yeah. Any worries?
We got a couple. You see Garrick over there in the front row.
Of course, I invited him myself.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
That's mighty kind of you, Mr. S. But all right. Well, you got all those Warforged with him. You just
he'll be fine.
Stick to your speech, and we'll get you out of here real safe. Okay.
Sure you will. Always do.
All right.
Best of the job.
All right.
Sort of nods, and then as he rises up, he sort of looks up, and he spots you, Rainbow, up in the rafters. And you heard a little message in your mind, and good to see you up there. Any trouble up there, Ray?
Nothing yet, sir. Likewise.
All right. This speech is going to turn some heads. Get ready for it. And as he says this, he's sort of... And there's this sort of deathly silence. Near this. Good afternoon. Welcome. Shh. Hear that? That's the sound. Those crying for mercy outside. Begging the city to relinquish their endless stranglehold population. Oh, sorry, I put battle music on. Sort of waits a moment. I've come to speak to you about responsibility. Responsibility is important. Incredibly important. We seem to be missing. We are responsible for every other person in our world. People don't take enough personal responsibility. We're rushing life, flying by your virtual realities. Yet that people, all of you, matter. Every one of them. Lowest beggar in perdition. He nods. You see him pick Garrick out in the crowd below. The mightiest of business owners. politicians, and he gestures towards a man you see set over at the side that you don't recognize. Others. As you all know, we at Sovarde Pharmaceutical have been giving out vital medicines to those under a paycheck of 50. It is with wonderful. We now announce that our cosmetic, our non-vital medicines, our pain relief, all will be available as well. Everyone within this bracket. Sovarde is expected to make a loss next year, about 8.8 billion credits. I hope in 2 years we can raise that to 15. 5, company will go bust. This might seem strange to you, madness, but I believe somewhere before that moment in 5 years' time, we'll take an upturn. Call it a change of heart of the city. Those who are well off and wealthy put money in to ensure those who are less so receive what they deserve. Responsibility, and he goes on from there on a sort of 15-minute speech about basically love your neighbor, care for your friend, give to charity, all these beautiful things. He announces absolutely nothing medical whatsoever at all. Everybody who's sort of there, from the journalists to the medicine specialists, seem awful disappointed at this. And after the speech ends, you will see a single man stand up in the middle of the crowd. Everybody else is sat down. He rushes forward, puts his arms up in the air. Anybody react? I'm just going to sort of keep an eye out for now.
I'll start inching closer.
Wait, what is he? Does he look threatening? What do you mean,
give-
arms up in the
fanatical.
air?
So
Like,
he's just
Yeah,
literally his
fanatical.
arms like straight up in the air, like he's just scored a goal at a soccer. He's run down between the crowd, and he comes running out. He's a human. He's got dark blue hair to pull to the side, and as he raises his hands,
I'll fly towards Martin.
and as you fly down, he just looks up and shouts, "Heal me, Mr. Sovarde! Heal me!" And sort of Martin Sovarde sort of looks down. Are you ill? And very quietly, Poe sort of gestures towards Prince and towards Sugar and stage, or get him off the central area. Will the two of you head towards him?
How
Yeah.
far away is he from me?
About 80 feet.
1 second.
Out of
I was
sight,
about
out
to
of
heal him
mind.
with an
Right?
arrow, so. Good thing.
You can do that, to be fair.
Ooh.
Okay, no, he needs to be willing. That's fine. Yeah, I'll head towards him.
Okay, Sugar, you too?
Yes.
The two of you come. Martin sort of, as you get real close, he just sort of says, "Stay there, you two. What is your illness, my friend?" And the man sort of, "I'm dying! My heart is giving up." So what sort of, "I don't normally take requests. Perhaps you might wait for me after the speech and come and speak to you." And then you see Helen sort of move over to stand next to you. And she says very quietly, "Prince, let me in, gentlemen. We'll take him outside. Is that okay?"
Wait, what did she just say?
She
Escort?
asked if you will escort her and him outside
Oh,
the
yes,
building.
yes. I will gently but firmly place my hand on his back
Mhm.
and like gesture
Yeah,
towards the
yeah.
door.
He's very willing, very compliant, and
Mhm.
walks with you. Mr. Sovarde continues talking for another couple of minutes about responsibility and healing and stuff, and is then lowered to the ground. Seemingly nothing else goes wrong. And he quickly comes outside. Helen will take the man's name, age, security number, all that sort of stuff, and basically find out all the details of his illness and relays this to Mr. Sovarde. Mr. Sovarde comes out and sort of looks the man up and down. And quite a dramatic effect. Wonder why you haven't found healing for yourself. Need a cybernetic replacement, do you not? Well, within your means. The man says, they won't give it to me. It won't operate. Say my skin can't take it. And then as he opens his shirt, you will see that he has this incredibly beautiful but large tattoo. Oh, his hair is black, sorry, not blue. See this incredibly large tattoo of a snake that moves on his skin. It sort of writhes around in place. Mr. Sovarde sort of looks at it. And the snake sort of leaps out of his chest and hisses. But does nothing more. And then goes back and he's... Something different. Nothing more. But I'm dying. Can you help me? And Mr. Sovarde sort of looks at him. Perhaps you might come to one of my clinics. He sort of asks Helen to give him the address. Somebody will attend you. And then Prince, you'll receive a message saying, get me out. Very quickly and sharply.
I'll give Sugha not a nod, obviously. Well, yeah, you can see that I'm nodding because my crown will move down.
Yeah, your crown bobs.
yeah. To Sugha to be like, get him out. As I escort Martin back in, or to his
back
car?
in.
Back in, yeah. As I escort him back in.
Mr. Sovarde sort of looks at you. Well, strange, but really quite.
You should take more careful when meeting strangers, sir.
I had you with me.
And if I hadn't have been here, sir,
then I wouldn't have known.
I can't protect you indefinitely.
You do. Helen, what's next? She sort of details over a few things and basically tells you that you're going to sit around for about 20 minutes, then quick hop are going to perform, and then after that you can leave. We'll take your security positions. Is anybody doing anything interesting, unusual, unpredictable?
Martin had a cup of coffee, right? Was that from here?
Yes, it was procured. It was procured by Helen.
Ray will come down from his perch and join Bubbles.
Okay. Cool. You two up in the rafters. The coffee procured by Helen and given to him.
Yeah, was it made here from this?
She made it, but
from
yes.
this building.
Helen made it in the south.
With their staff room stuff.
You'd assume not.
With her own stuff.
Yes. She brings. She has an extra dimensional carry base.
What better person to poison him than his assistant?
How dare you? Not my Helen.
Oh, shut up. You have a bimbo to take care of. You don't need a Helen as well.
The perceptions as a conquest, Helen is a keeper.
Oh god.
Your conquest does give you a wave from across the hallway, as you mentioned. She sort of sees you and spies you and waves in one very beautifully painted hand.
I think now that Bubbles and Ray have reunited with the group here, I think I go up to Prince and I'm just like, Prince, I saw you let that Ghostbuster weirdo up to Mr. S. Now you let another weirdo get right in his face. Like, what are you doing? Do I got to be down here all the time, putting myself in harm's way? Can't be letting every weirdo talk to him. Come on.
He told us himself that it was okay.
Yeah, but he don't got no he protected himself. He don't care. He'll talk to anybody. It's our job to be the ones to keep the shot out. I was about to. Shit.
Do you not
you guys?
Do you not trust me, Bubbles?
Two weirdos in one day. I don't know. You're slipping. You're looking at that blonde over there. I've seen you looking at her more than looking at anybody else in the room.
Yeah, Prince.
Prince is currently out of visual range of said blonde woman.
All right. Well, let's just lock it in. Lock it in, boys. All right.
Yeah,
Lock
lock
it
it
in. We got
Mr.
20 minutes. We got 20 minutes left here, and then
Mr.
we're out.
Sovarde returns from the bathroom and he sort of looks at you all. All right, who wants to be an escort? People to talk to. I'm going to have a word with Gary.
Bubbles is at his side immediately. I'm
Mr.
at his
Martin.
side immediately.
You
How
always
did you know
make me
about my
look more.
second job?
He looks at you, Bubbles, and says, "You always make me look more."
I appreciate that. That's what I'm here for.
He nods to you and as he walks quite calmly towards Garrick. Ah, Garrick. I'm so glad that you could make it. Did you enjoy my speech? A little philanthropy goes a long way. Garrick said, yes. I found it absolutely thrilling. In fact, I couldn't agree with it more myself. Got to do more for those poor peasants struggling to gripe for their medicine. You'll be feeding them next, Martin. Goodness me. Why don't you just give it all away? Why don't you become a beggar yourself? Pathetic. Martin said, thank you, Garrick. You always did have a way with words. Ever since we were at college together. Come. Surely it would hurt you to give away a few credits here or there. Not like Medicorp is a failing business, or that they're making a loss this year. Garrick sort of looks at him. I'd appreciate if you keep the business, my business, out of your mouth. Mr. Sovarde sort of looks at him again. Oh. I heard that recently you had a break-in at your hospital. Anything go missing? Garrick sort of almost looks angry and humiliated simultaneously. You know as well as I do that break-in was for people looking for treatment. Thievery. They were treated. I'm sure that made your little tiny peasant heart ever so fat. Oh, much as I enjoy your company, got some dancing rabbits to. And he sort of turns his back and walks away from Garrick. And you do hear just behind you Garrick say to one of the Siphon, I hate that man. And Mr. Sovarde sort of gives a little clap and, Sugha, you must be so excited. The rabbits are going to dance. Yes? No? Okay. Well, you keep your excitement to yourself. And with that, he'll sort of take his seat and you can all sit around. As you will see the rabbits begin sort of get in place. The podium comes wide and you hear this sort of deep thumping music begin. Oh, I've turned up the wrong track. And as this sort of heavy techno music comes in, the entire room is going to go dark. Every single glass panel suddenly is blocked out from the light, and you see these sort of flying lasers all around. This is a security nightmare, as you can imagine. Lasers all over Garrick's Sovarde's chest. We don't care if Garrick gets shot. And as this sort of pulsing music begins, you see these two rabbits. They literally glow, the Harangon, as if their fur has been treated with some sort of like glow-in-the-dark, shiny material. So they are bright white, and they begin to do what can only be described as a circus act, as they fall from the podium and swing beneath it and fly up on top of it and throw each other around and break dance. And people are going wild and screaming and crying. And Martin leans in very close to you, Bubbles, and what do they see in this?
You know, I don't know. My daughters love it, but I'm gonna have a seizure here. This is too much for me.
Off to the side, if you guys looked or noticed, you can notice Sugha's kind of dancing along a little bit, and just enthralled. He's genuinely like baffled by some of the things that they're capable of doing.
You look, and Helen's head is bopping ever so slightly in time to the music, and Martin just sort of shakes his head. You just don't understand it. I do like some music. This isn't it. And he sort of
10 more minutes, we're out of here, boss. Don't worry.
I'll cover your meal this evening at Wolves. Take the night off. I'm going home. got a meditative trance to enter, apparently. Forward to it.
Appreciate it.
Helen's put one on the agenda. Not what it involves, but find out. Thank you.
You know, if anybody could use a night off, it's you, boss.
Appreciate you saying that. And then, as the music sort of cuts out, the crowd goes mental, and Sovarde just turns around and, we're leaving. Right. And he expects the four of you to fall in, so the 2 in front, 2 behind. Who would be the 2 in front, and who would be the 2 behind?
I think I would be up front.
Okay.
I think I would be behind.
I'll bring up the rear. I
Mhm.
assume Bubbles is with.
All right. Yeah, I pull my glasses down and I activate the gem of seeing, so I got true sight on the
Yep.
way out here.
So you'll have Bubbles at the front right, Sugar at the front left, and then at the back you'll have sort of directly behind, I would assume, Prince, and then sort of flying a little up to the side, Rainbow, and then walking to his left, so 2 steps behind, always exactly in place, is Helen. Clipboard at the ready, she's sort of reading through, and car arriving in 38 seconds. Sort of as she announces everything that's going to go on, your car will be arriving in 1 minute and 9 seconds. You should find a train taking you back to Tethris at 16:04. And you've got a table booked at Wu's Kitchen. The 4 of you? That's correct. Mr. Sovarde says he'll cover the meal. You should be there by 1700 hours. After that, your night's your own.
Helen,
Yes.
Mr. Sovarde said he's taking the night off.
No, he
Why don't
isn't.
you
He's
do it
having a
after
meditative
dinner?
trance at 5 till 9. After which he's got a bamboo plate meal, sushi served.
So you can't join us for dinner?
Why would I do that?
I think you
You have need of my
take some
services?
time off. Enjoy some company.
She sort of looks at you, really
Relax.
confused, and off of what, Sugar?
Ray will sort of like calm to Sugar and be like, "She ain't one of your floozies, lad."
I'm not treating her like one.
Sugar, off of what?
Off of... I'm trying to remember what I said.
You said take some time off. She said off of what?
Work.
I haven't had a day sick in 2 years, 6 months, and 4 days.
Well, it seems to me like the job's done for the day, is it not? What do you
Of
do
course
when
not.
you're done?
Done. I take my 4-hour
sleep?
trance between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. I do spend 30 minutes at the gym before attending work.
God, she just got hotter.
I have an itinerary to plan for tomorrow. Well, to go over for tomorrow, and I have one to plan for, and then she gives you a date of 8 months in the future. Besides, there are all sorts of notes to take after today. We had 2 lapses in security. I'm sure you'll want to take notes too. Good evening, Sugar. Our car is here. And with that, she opens the door for Mr. Sovarde, and then gets in after him.
I think I do a quick check in the car, just make sure it's clear before we
Yeah,
get the bit.
it is his car. It is incredibly secure. It is sort of like a 2-part limousine.
Always the same driver?
Sort of like a 3.
No driver.
There is no driver.
No
The car
driver.
drives itself. It is completely bulletproof. The thing is a tank. And inside he's got a full working office. And he will take the car all the way back to Tethris. That is only very few vehicles are capable of doing that through the wilderness. His is one of them. It has like these sort of tires that expand out, have chains over them, sort of wide out tires that go out, effectively turning into a bit of a quad bike, but limousine style. He only ever travels in that. He never goes in any other vehicle. And Helen's his only security detail at this point. He is also incredibly strong and powerful himself if he has to deal with a bit of wilderness, but an assassin's another deal. And the rest of you, your silver sedan pulls up to take you to the train station afterwards. And it will escort you to the train station where you can take a train to Tethris. And we will take a short break. Be right back. Hello, wow. Hello and wow. Welcome back to the second half of
Wow.
whatever the fuck we're playing. That just totally threw me for a loop. Okay, cool. Wu's Kitchen. Wu's Kitchen is a favorite place of yours. You guys go here a lot. And you go here for 2 or 3 reasons. The first reason is that they have private rooms upstairs. I don't mean like individual private rooms. I mean like upstairs is private dining.
Party rooms.
With segmented areas where you guys can all sort of kick back and relax. It's a fairly exclusive clientele. It's very safe. Mr. Sovarde is a patron here. He helps keep them open. There's also very, very tight security. 2 fire genasi are the primary security here, but there's a bunch of security in the ethereal realm, automated security, magical security, etc. And there's the wonderful Riel, another one for Sugha's list. And as you arrive, Riella is waiting for you at the door, and she sort of, oh, hi guys! It's been a little while, hasn't it? Come on, let's take you upstairs. With me. Come along.
Are you implying that there's a history that already exists between me and her since she knows
Yeah,
us?
she's been rejecting you for years. Right, come on, up the stairs. Right, I've got a table for you, reserved. Wonderful. Just the 4 of you tonight? No hangers on or side pieces? He looks directly at Sugha.
Side pieces. Interesting. No, not tonight.
Yeah,
Really?
Riella, he tried to get Helen to come with us tonight. Can you believe that? He shot his shot again. He tried.
Helen?
Yeah.
Huh.
I know, right?
Has she ever eaten anything that's not on the move?
Not once.
Oh,
She drinks coffee.
sure, but she does it while walking. I've never seen
Yeah,
that woman
but-
sit down.
She does love a little extra. You know,
So,
taste of sugar.
would you like tea? Tea? All of you?
Ah.
Yeah, the usual, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she heads off, and moments later comes back with a beautiful sort of old school jade teapot with the inscribed runes around it that seems to be self-heating. And the cups for you all. She puts a cup in front of Prince. You can tell she's been doing this for almost 5 years now. I don't think he's ever put anything in it. Has he ever put anything in the cup?
On the contrary, actually, he often will have something hot in it and just hold it.
Oh, lovely. Okay. And then she sort of, oh, we have a couple of specials on this evening. Mr. Wu's come out with a new udon. Apparently we've imported vegetables from Korkos. And we've got a lovely new rice dish. I'll shut the mat. Would you like to try the specials or just have the usual?
You know I always want the usual.
Yeah, you know, we're creatures of habit.
Aren't you?
Yeah, usual for me, wee sized.
All right. Well, let me know if you need anything. And you never ever end up calling her back to the table. She serves you. She wanders off. That's about it. The bill's taken care of. But after a little while, Chef Wu will come out and sort of. That looks a little more ominous than he is. He's not threatening you with a cleaver. But when you look for a chef on AI art, they always seem to be holding knives.
Does he have
Oh
3
my God.
arms?
No, it's just AI art.
He does have a little connection there going on.
His sleeves are a little messed up.
Yes, who cares? He's Mr. Wu, and that's what matters. And as he as he wanders on over to you, evening. How are we doing?
I complimented the chef.
Thank you very much.
Excellent as always, Mr. Wu.
Thank you. I'm training a new chef, if you believe it. It's a long and arduous journey of pain and commiseration, desperation.
What a poor soul.
Yes, I haven't killed him yet. He's interesting. He's also real short, which makes the kitchen a bit more difficult to navigate. But he's getting about it. I've never seen a chef with a footstool before. Did you have a good day, all of you?
We had a day.
Wonderful.
We had a.
We're all still here.
Isn't that the truth of it?
Other lives kept safe.
You enjoy the atmosphere, the food, the warmth, and he nods towards Prince. Music. Sure, I'll see you again soon. He sort of gives you a nod, and as he leaves, you all receive a simultaneous message cutting through on the intercom. I hope you finished your meal, Mr. Sovarde. I had thought that was going to do this meditative trance, but the collusion rally and I want to go. At Liberty Square. I'll be there within the hour. I'm assuming you can make it. It's about a 6-minute walk from where you are.
What time is it right now?
So the meal was reserved at 5. It's now about 8 minutes past 6. You've had like an hour to eat and drink and chillax.
Oh, you can put away the kids for a little bit.
You've got 40 minutes. You've got 40 minutes in the restaurant before you need to go and walk there, where he'll then meet you. So he, and then he sort of, oh, should I come directly to Woo's and you can escort me there?
Yeah, come on down to Woo's. Well, we know Woo's is like a secure place.
Incredibly
right? So,
secure.
yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
come on down to. We'll meet you out front, or I'll meet you out front.
I'll be there shortly. About 40 minutes. Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble your evening. I won't be a long meet.
That's all right. I just got to give Ange a call, tell him I'm gonna be late.
Yeah, so he's expecting this collusion rally to last about an hour in Liberty Square. And he wants to go and show his face and rally the people. And it's a hell of a lot more dangerous than a conference center. There's always, sort of mini riots going on. There's people with signs and fireworks and all sorts. But you've got 40 minutes to kick back and chill first. What's the thinking?
While we're there, let's try and avoid letting strangers get close to
Yeah,
our person we're supposed to keep safe this time.
yeah. Prince, he likes to, shake hands and kiss babies and all that kind of stuff. But like, we
What if
can
they
control.
put a toxin on the baby?
Yeah, what if it's a toxic baby? We can't have him kissing toxic babies, okay? Remember that one time? That one time down in where were we? Where were we that one time he kissed that toxic baby and he was sick for like a week? Where was that?
He's not a defenseless
I don't
creature,
remember.
Bubbles.
Yeah, but he should be the last line of defense, not the first.
You don't hear that, Sugar. This is
five.
telepathy.
I'm saying everything out loud. Is that 5 times? 5 times they've tried to kill him since we've been working for him, right? 5, 4,
It is 4.
4 times.
But technically it was 5. You just, the 5th time they killed your 5th.
Right. 5 times they've tried to kill him. All right. If we hadn't been there, he'd be dead a long time ago. All right. So my worries are well founded, my friend.
5 times we have prevented it.
Exactly.
It's been a little bit close.
I don't want to make it 6.
Are you suggesting I do?
Well,
Not saying.
Yeah, we're just saying, if a weirdo comes up to him, maybe don't take his thing that he has in his hand, his gadget, and like scan the boss with it. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right.
Did you see what happened when I did that?
Yeah, I did, but you didn't know what it. Did you know what it was?
I know that he has protections.
That's true. Their names are Bubbles, Ray, Prince, and Sugar.
Ah, so I am cast as one of his protections.
You are. Shit, man. We've been through hell. All right. I'm just saying, you got to lock it up. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
trying to look good for Helen. She
I
said
bet-
2 security breaches today.
Yeah, we're making Sugar look bad.
Not a
The
good wingman.
scanny thing was not the security breach. That was seen as not a security breach. It was the strange Healy man there. The scanning man wasn't a security breach in terms of like you guys caught it, I guess. Whereas the scanning man, the Yeti man, got really close in central. But she regarded like anything out the norm. Something we can hear.
Sully,
whatever
what are
that
you
is.
doing?
It sounds like you're sliding a phone around on the floor. Yes, that. Please stop. She regularly says security breaches when what she really means is like anything that wasn't on the itinerary. Anything out of the norm, which is just ridiculous because you can't pre-plan everything. Anyway.
Still, unless we're 100% certain that the person that's coming up to him is completely safe, maybe we try and keep them at least us between them.
Yeah, like out of melee range, maybe. And like, no, taking their gadgets and pointing them at the boss. That's all I ask. It's just one time, just for me.
I disagree, but very well.
Listen, I'm trying to make it home to my beautiful, beautiful receptionist tonight. So,
I mean, Helen's gonna be at the rally probably, right? You can shoot your shot again.
I insanity, I guess. Definition.
You're wearing her down. That's how I got. That's how I got Ange. You know, I asked her out at least a dozen times before she said yes. You know,
If we can-
sometimes you just gotta keep trying, man.
Yeah, if we can get her to look away from the clipboard, I guess.
You know, maybe I'll take the clipboard, write your name on it. Like, go out with Sugar, and if it's on the clipboard, she's gonna do it. Like, we'll just sneak it into the schedule somehow.
Well, I take his
Yeah.
advice, Sugar. He's got 8 children.
It's true. I know what I'm talking about.
You know what? That sounds like an excellent idea.
We'll work on it. We'll see if we can get it. We'll try.
I
Send
don't
Sugar
think
at
it-
8 o'clock.
I don't think it's going to work, Sugar.
You haven't seen me when I really get down. Take me
I
to
have.
the club and show my moves.
When you
Really.
speak to her, her breathing doesn't pick up. She doesn't seem to get nervous.
The only thing
All
that makes
signs that
woman
lead to
nervous,
infatuation.
you know, she also hasn't looked at me ever since we met
Yeah.
her. So
I mean, she's
That is
looking
also
at
a
you.
sign of no infatuation.
she hasn't looked at you either, or anybody.
I don't seek a partner.
I'm not saying that it's a partner thing. I'm saying that I'm not really that different. It's the clipboard and Mr. Martin, but it.
Perhaps you should pay for those services instead
I
of
don't need that
harassing someone we work with.
I don't need to pay for the services, and
Yeah, I
I
mean-
don't want her for the services. I want her for everything.
Yeah, look at the quads on him. He ain't never paid for it. Shit.
At this moment, Mr. Wu sort of, Mr. Wu, no, Mr. Sovarde
Mark.
sends a message through to Bubbles. God.
Oh shit. All right. On my way, boss. All right. I'm gonna go meet him downstairs.
And as you head downstairs, you will note that he is alone. He steps from the car. As he sort of Bubbles. And then you see running down the street towards you is Helen. She's like proper. She looks like a jogger that is out and about on a jog, wearing a power suit. And she arrives and, Mr. Sovarde, this isn't on the itinerary. You are due to be having a meditative rest. What is the meaning of this? Collusion rally. Don't think I didn't miss it. I knew about it. I was trying to get you to avoid it. These things are very dangerous. I'm sure your security team can tell you. And then she sort of reaches. She looks over your shoulder, Bubbles, into the restaurant and. One cup of hot chai for Mr. Sovarde, please. And then he sort of, despite sort of turning to her and, Helen, because sometimes things change, you know. I'm a man who likes to drift upon the wind like a feather. You know, sometimes it's good to go with the. Thank you very much. And he takes the chai and starts drinking it immediately as she passes it to him. And sometimes I like to see how things go. No drift. She sort of looks around. And what you mean is, in your mist-smoked haze, you like to dream up new fantasies of where to be that could possibly endanger your life. Very well, let's go. Come on, we've got 5 minutes, 14 seconds journey, I believe, from one to the other. The rest of you are all upstairs, I assume. Will you get them down, Bubbles?
All right, yeah. Let me get the boys. And I say in the comms, I'm like, all right, boss is here, and hey, Sugar, Helen's here too. She's looking kind of sweaty, so you should be you know, maybe you can catch her unawares right now. She was just running here. Get down here quick.
Well, gentlemen, seems like we got something to do. Or at least I do.
Hard job.
And
Ray will finish stuffing his face and
as you all head out and walk along the sidewalk, it's about a 5.5 minute walk. As you sort of heading on, Helen turns around to Sugar. Are you all right?
perfectly fine. How do you
She
ask?
sort of tries to look at her shoulder. I can feel your eyes on me, like leeches. She continues to walk forwards, and I would assume Liberty Square 6 roads. There's going to be well in excess of 6,000 people on this rally. That's to do with the new government movement. We all up to date?
Why don't you give us the debrief while we're heading there?
Do you do anything? She sort of scratches her face, and you get the impression that she's not really criticizing you. She's just curious how you miss things, and doesn't seem to realize that not everybody is tuned into every news channel simultaneously. And as you approach Liberty Square, wait, why did that not work? As you approach Liberty Square, there we go. She will tell you that recently the governor, Governor Larian and his council, have rejected a maximum labor movement to limit the number of working hours allowed to employees in Anakesia. Right now, there is no limit. Employees can work for 150 hours. It's rumored that Helen is extremely relieved that this ban hasn't been put in place, but everybody else is pretty devastated. And as you sort of get closer, she will tell you that Governor Larian's an upstanding citizen. He's a good man. And Mr. Sovarde sort of looks at him. Helen, are you insane? He's anything but. We're trying to throw him down. That's the whole point of the collusion. Remember? She sort of, oh, yes, but, people should be allowed to work as many hours as they want. Yes, but they should also have the choice. And as you look over, you will see thousands of people, most of whom have sort of like metal sticks and shields or fireworks, sort of throwing them up into the sky. They're shouting. There's hundreds of people in Liberty Square. Liberty Square is a sort of political place where they have statues of old leaders all the way around the outside. And at the center, they've got this beautiful fountain that does sort of holographic images in the center. And you hear all these sort of loud clashes and roars, and different people are sort of calling out to each other. And a man comes rushing up to you, a Leonin comes rushing up to you. He looks like he's ready to kill someone. And he's a mercenary, and you do recognize him. This is Mike. And Mike is a friend of Martin Sovarde's. And, Mr. Sovarde, you got here. Glad you got my message. You're going to speak. The crowd will go quiet for you, I'm sure. Martin sort of, oh, no, I'll just show my face, but why don't you do the announcement? And he sort of gets ready. Lets out this endless cough that lasts almost 15 seconds. Mr. Sovarde is here to propel our cause. Lets out this huge lion roar afterwards. And as he does so, you see that the sort of huge rally goes dead silent, and everybody turns to you guys. And then there's this sort of loud cheer, Sovarde, Sovarde, Sovarde! And people are all sort of raising their hands and fireworks going up in the sky, and you see this huge like holographic light image in the sky that says Sovarde at the top. And then underneath it says Sovarde, our savior. And as this, because he's giving out free medicine to the poor while they're being forced to work 150 hours a week. And as all of this is going on, and there's these hundreds of people sort of pushing in from all sides, asking him to touch them. They seem to regard him as a near deity. And many people he stops and greets and sort of, it's so good to see you. You're doing so well. You keep fighting the good fight. And then a couple of people he genuinely casts spells on. Casts Lesser Restoration on somebody. A little later, he casts Bless on someone. A couple of other little sort of spells just to bolster people, make them feel a bit better. Sort of perk them up a little bit, a cure wounds here. Just a couple of moments as he shares his magic with them and passes through the crowd. And then all of a sudden there is a huge, loud gunshot. It comes from sort of up to the right. And you see a man who was rushing over towards Martin. just fall dead on the floor. How do we react?
I grab Martin.
Okay. Just grab him.
Pop in the darkness.
Okay. So you immediately grab him and you put darkness up around you and all of you?
Yeah, around me. On me, basically. I'll put it on the gun.
Okay. Yeah.
And
As
sort of stay within range of everyone, sort of enveloping us in this dome of darkness.
and Sovarde sort of get me to the car and then go and find the shooters. Need to be dealt
Okay,
with.
I'm gonna need you to grab my hand. I can't see. Shit.
Where's that man? The one that died. The one that died. The one that was shot. Sorry.
Can't worry about him now, sir.
Of course you can. Find him.
Gotta
Bring
get
him
you
with
out
us.
of here.
Bring him with us. He was just next to us, just there. And he gestures. Bubbles, you can see in this, right?
Yeah, I'll
Ascan
put the
Prince.
I'll activate the goggles for the last time
Okay.
today.
So Bubbles and Prince, you can both see the man is lying sort of 5 or 6 people away from you.
Well, it's good evidence anyway if he was trying to kill him. So Bubbles definitely will go. He'll just be like, all right.
You would,
Get
sorry, just maybe I painted the picture a little wrong. You would assume the bullet hit him when it was aimed at Sovarde.
Oh, I thought he was trying to.
No,
get to
he
him.
was an innocent
Okay.
bystander who's been shot and fallen
I guess
down next to Martin.
I think Bubbles would know that, or I would know that at this point. Arguing with Martin
The
is
client.
sometimes futile. It's sometimes futile. Like he's
Mhm.
very set in his way. So I think in this situation, Bubbles would just do what he says, or I would just do what he says,
In the
and
calm,
go grab the body.
Okay.
in the calm, I'm just gonna say, Bubbles, don't bring the body. It's we don't know if he's dead. We don't know if it's part of it. We
as
don't know
soon as-
anything.
As soon as you sort of go to pick this man up, you will note that his heart is beating very weakly.
I am quite strong.
Mhm.
As I just throw him over.
Yeah,
my
you can
shoulder.
just pick him up. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
He's trying to usher along everyone, though, like,
Yeah.
you know.
And
he's,
Sovarde
like,
is constantly
sort of, like,
telling you-
flying behind Sovarde and
how's the man?
Sugha, sort of leading them.
He's still alive. Let's get to
Let
the
me
car.
see him.
Keep
Get him
moving,
to me.
sir.
Get him to me. We've gotta keep him alive.
I mean, we're running.
Okay.
We're running together.
Right.
So I'm running next to
Ray,
him.
can we slow down a little bit?
Not enough time, sir. Back to the car.
He sort of reaches out his hand. He's trying to find. He can see in the darkness, but he can't quite see through the crowd. He's trying to find the guy you're carrying, Bubbles. And eventually he manages to get his hand on his wrist, and he's casting healing magic into him as he runs. Like he's desperately trying to keep him alive. I can't have someone die because somebody was aiming at me. Can't be our case. Can't happen. Come on, we can do this. Just stay with me. Stay with me now. He seems absolutely oblivious of any danger to him at all. And then all of a sudden his car not only pulls into the square off the road and screeches across, and you see Helen sitting in the passenger seat. She's obviously gone to the car and then overrode it to get it off the road and actually onto the pavement, and she opens up the door, and Mr. Sovarde sort of looks at you and, Bubbles, put him in the car with me. I'll keep him alive. You go find those shooters and make sure that they're dead.
Sure thing, boss. You can count on us.
Helen,
throw him in the car.
eyes.
Yes, this is not on the itinerary. I'm ready for it, though. Don't worry. I'll get him home. Should have stayed in your meditative trance. You're gonna get blood on the seats, and you hear as the door closes. And then, yes, go on.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that I would have stayed where we were.
Okay. So dead still, yeah?
Well, no, I want to be doing something. I just
Okay, what are you doing?
I just, so I just want to, I guess go in not to confront the shooter by myself, but to go see if I can at least find out whereabouts they are.
Give
What
me...
other direction the shot was from or something.
Yeah, give me a survival check as you attempt to work out from the trajectory of the bullet and where the man fell exactly where the shot came from, so that you can head to that part so that you can get in vision range.
Sure.
We would have seen where the guy fell. Like the guy.
Yeah, the angle at which he fell.
somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I got a 17.
Fantastic, yeah. You sort of work it out, angle the lines, and as you sort of head on over in that direction, you sense the presence and you sort of see the auras of 4 men. Incredibly cybernetically enhanced, unusual in a place like this. They do still have guns in their hands, and you're able to make them out. Your friends very quickly manage to come on over towards you as well, and you are able to see 4 of them
Yeah,
all
I would have
identically
sent
dressed
a
like
message
this.
to them all saying that I found them.
Yeah. They stand out pretty well, as they are made of almost complete metal. They're holding guns. They do seem to be sort of cybernetically enhanced, so there's a human under there somewhere, you would assume.
That's so funny. They're all metal, apart from a cow.
Apart from a cow?
A cowl. The hood.
Oh, sure, yeah. And it does seem to have some properties of some sort. You're not quite sure what yet, but it does glow to your eyes. And you guys are able to sort of begin to chase them. And at that point, I will ask you to wait while my screen loads. That's what I'll ask you to do.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what you can do. You can wait. You can hover over the initiative button. But you can't use it. What? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Come on, D&D Beyond, you can do it. I believe in you. No, I don't believe in you. Sorry, we seem to be completely stuck. Loadings. Okay. Well, while that's going on, are we doing anything interesting or specific? While you guys catch up and chase?
I'm gonna make a grand assumption as to who this is right on, as I do not know quite yet. But I shall look at, 1 second, I'm refreshing the names in my head. Bubbles.
Yeah.
And I will say, you are, wait, what's your class again? Sorry, real quick.
I'm a ranger.
Ranger?
Alchemical ranger. Yeah.
Better not miss a shot. I've never seen you do it before.
You know me, I never miss.
Consider yourself inspired.
And roll initiative, please. I made it work. I don't know what was going on. It was saying that the combat couldn't be found, but I was literally looking at it, so what was going on?
I never miss, but I'm real slow.
I'm slow. I'm with you there.
Okay. As you guys sort of close in, I've put you in this order, but I'm supposing that it's more likely to be sort of like this. And one of the assassins is going to turn around just here, and he's going to take a shot at you, Prince. And he's going to ask why the combat music didn't start when I changed map.
An odd question for them to ask there.
The first one's a 12 to hit.
That's a miss.
I thought it might be. And then as a bonus action, he's going to let out a blast of light towards you and ask you to make a Constitution save, Prince.
Yeah. Nat 20 for a 28.
Nice. He lets out this sort of blinding flash of light towards you, but you ignore it. And then he's going to take a second shot at you with his rifle.
Can't blind someone who can't see.
That is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
He doesn't know that. And his minimum damage, 5 piercing damage, obviously half to 2. Yep.
Halved, yep.
And that leads us to the second assassin over here, who is going to turn and take a shot at you, Bubbles. That's a nat 1, unfortunately, and will miss. And we will deal out our critical fail card. That is, it is not made with a thrown weapon. So nothing happens to him. And then he's going to make his blast of light at Sugha. Sugha, I'll ask for a Constitution save, please.
Uh, 18 or a 21.
Yep. And then he's going to fire his rifle at you again. But that will miss, Bubbles. Ray, you're up.
So Ray's gonna fly up 20 feet into the air I will add. What are we using for it, James? I can't remember now. Just any sort of marker,
Sorry, I don't know what you're trying to do.
like the height, like the elevation.
Oh yeah. You can just put a number on a. Usually,
Yeah.
you can use a pink dot. That's great.
And I guess we're trying to take these guys out for the time being. And so, as a bonus action, I will cast Hex on who was the first attacker? Did I see?
B. Down
B?
the bottom right. Yeah.
B is the guy then.
Mm-hmm.
B's your man.
Yep.
So we'll hex him and ignore that roll. Click the hex button. And take a couple of shots at this fellow.
Mhm.
A 17?
17 will hit.
Let's go.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry. 17 would hit. As he lets out a distorted energy field that you see sort of pulse. I'm just double checking to see if he had reactions. And you see like as a wave of light and air through him. He's increased his armor, but only against projectiles.
Only against.
You fired a gun, right?
I fired a laser pistol, yes.
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. Okay, cool. I was just double checking.
Correct. Well, I'll have to hit him again. Or try to at least. I'm gonna miss.
Okay. Anything else from you?
That is it for Ray, unless I can sort of get cover behind this light pole.
Yes, no. that is so minuscule it's untrue. But you can try, and is that it? Yeah, that'll be Prince.
Okay, bear with me, guys, because I've not played a fighter ever before. So I am going to walk up to this guy, and I'm going to Great Weapon Master hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 21 to hit.
A 21 will hit.
Okay. So that's...
Sorry, Great Weapon Master. So you rolled a 26 to hit.
Well, yeah, but minus the 5. So I've got a plus.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Right, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's 21 slashing damage, but then with the crown, I'm gonna roll one of my hit die to add a d10, which will be an extra 3 damage, and I'm gonna use one of my psionic die to roll a d8 to add 7 psychic damage.
Right.
And
Total of 24 slashing, 7 psychic?
sorry, the 3 is also psychic.
Okay, 21
So it's
slashing.
10 psychic.
Okay.
And then, because I used that psionic die, I need it to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay, that's 13.
That's a fail.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
And then I'm going to hit again.
Of course you are. With advantage.
Cool. Yes. Okay. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That was Great Weapon Master. I should have said beforehand.
Yep.
Cool. So that's 25 slashing.
Okay, your target's dead.
Okay. So that's those.
You think you're just going to randomly take 50 damage, did you?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move to this guy. And I will action surge. Does that
Okay.
mean I get my 2 attacks back?
Yes, you get a whole action.
Yes. Okay, cool, yeah. So I'll do that again. Great Weapon Master.
Okay, as a reaction, he is going to Shield of Force, which blasts outwards, attempting to knock you back. I need you to make a strength save, please.
Okay. I'm pretty good at those. That's a 21.
Yeah. He sort of sends out this wave of force blasting back. Rainbow sort of tremors in the air slightly, but Prince does not move in the slightest.
Yeah, I will Great Weapon Master
Mhm.
still. That's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit. You're doing well.
Nice.
There's a +3.
Okay. I know. That's 25 slashing.
Yep.
And then a D10 for the hit die that I'm gonna waste.
Yep.
So that's 10 psychic. And I'm gonna use another of my psi die to add some more psychic to that.
Yep.
Which is another 4.
Nice.
So that's the first one.
Okay, creature's
And
wounded.
then second one, Great Weapon Master again. That's a 21 to hit.
Jesus, yep.
Aw, that's minimum damage. Oh no, it rolls again, doesn't it? Oh no, wait, what was that?
Yeah, it re-rolls 1s and 2s.
Okay,
So
so
re-roll
that's
the 6.
21.
Yep. Creature's dead.
Yeah. Great. That's me.
Cool, I didn't think you'd be able to hit that hard. Sugha. Well, I knew you'd hit that hard. I didn't think you'd hit that often. Sugha, you're up.
Yeah, I'll close the distance on Assassinate.
Okay.
And with sorry, it's weird that it's an other. You see me kind of go into a trance as I start dancing around, and as I spin, I back fist this guy
Mhm.
in the back of the head. That will be 16 to hit.
Right, a 16 will miss. So you strike up against. So as your hand comes into connection with the cow, it's harder than any metal you've ever hit with your hands. Almost like it sort of sparkles with a sort of diamondy effect.
I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make, but I do believe that you did, when you implemented it, it should be a +8, not a +5, because it's supposed to take both my dex and my strength. So that should have been a 19
Oh,
to hit.
okay. Yeah. Why is it your dex and your strength?
One of them's +8 and the other one's +3. Let me make sure first. Let me read it real quick. It's power choreography.
I don't think it's adding your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, it's not adding the proficiency bonus to the second one. The first one it was, but it wasn't for the second. So
First what?
it should be. If you were to look at my character sheet, like my level 3 dancing aggressive choreography is a +8, but my level 6 when it goes to D6 rather than D4 is a +3 rather than a +8. It's not taking in my proficiency.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, just roll me the standard level 3 one, and then the damage from the level 6 is the easiest way to do it.
I fixed it.
Yeah,
it.
cool.
It should have been a 19.
Okay, he will... No, yeah, that's not a projectile. Yeah, that hits. I confused myself there. I've got 2 reactions, neither of them is useful.
For 8 damage.
Uh-huh.
And as I drop down trying to replicate the moves of those fantastic rabbits, I
Quick call.
put one hand on the ground and then I kick up with my second, with my
Oh, give me an
feet.
acrobatics check.
That is a 21.
Nice, roll your attack with advantage.
It's a 23
That'll hit.
for 10 damage.
Okay.
And that will conclude my turn.
Nice. That brings us to Bubbles.
I think Bubbles. I think I yell, "Shit! Don't kill them all. You gotta interrogate one of them."
Give me a perception check.
All right. I do have 23 passive perception, but I will roll an active check.
Yeah, so the reason why I
nat
use
20, let's
active
go.
in this situation, nice,
Oh.
is to see whether you are looking in the right place. You would definitely see it if you were with your passive, but we want to see if you
28.
are. You see another assassin coming down from the roof. He looks like this.
Oh.
I literally wanted to go up to the roof, so it's a good thing I looked first.
It's got these sort of beautiful shimmering wings. as he flutters down. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot him. If I
That's
see
so
him.
you should. I'm just gonna do this. He is. Sorry, how are you getting to the roof? Or are you not getting to the roof?
No,
You
I mean, if I can get up, you told me to roll before I could do anything. So.
Sure, yeah, you see him, but are you going up to the roof? You just.
So,
I'm just gonna do that.
How tall is this building?
So you can just see him, just the edge of him.
Sure.
Yeah, it's about 15 foot.
Oh, then I have 35-foot climb speed.
Nice,
So,
yeah. You
can-
just go ahead and I will put you up there. Pew!
Plus,
There you go.
plus we got the grapple. We got the grapple hooks too, but
Yep.
you know.
Bonus action, the grapple hook. I mean to mention the thingy.
Okay.
But yeah, you clamber up here, and you see him sort of right in your face. He is the rainbow dude, but he's got the same token as James is lazy. Go ahead.
All right, I am going to use one of my special arrows. So you see Bubbles pulls from he has little you know sort of pouches all around his waist here, and he pulls one out. And you see one. It has like the puking emoji.
Yep.
On it, and he's going to shoot him with a poison coated shot.
Nice. This is a standard ranged attack.
This is a con save.
Okay, cool.
That's a DC 16 con save for him.
It's a natural 1. Bear with me a second. Nope, can't use that. Cool, yep, nat 1.
All right, so he is now poisoned for the next 2 rounds.
He is immune to poison, I'm afraid.
Then he is not poisoned for the next 2 rounds.
My bad.
I do have a second shot, but it was
He is very metal.
This will just be a normal shot.
Okay.
With the laser rifle.
So in melee range, I believe that's a disadvantage. Is that correct? Or does firearm specialist bypass that?
No, a long range it is bypassed, but not up close. So I'll roll twice for you.
Cool.
23.
Yeah, you didn't miss. I need you to make a con save, please.
A never miss.
As he will rebuke you with his fiendish power.
13.
Yeah, that is 28 necrotic damage that you take. How much laser damage did you do?
12.
12, nice.
Is this a magical effect?
Yeah. I would say so.
I should have advantage on it.
Oh, yeah, you should. Yeah, roll with advantage. Don't forget to halve the necrotic damage as well. And that's still a fail, but don't forget to halve the necrotic for your resistance.
So 14 damage.
Yeah, and your laser does what? Fire damage? Fire damage, though?
Radiant.
Radiant, nice. As your radiant damage hits, you believe he might be resistant to fire. Goodness only knows where you got that insight. Anything else from you?
Yeah, as a bonus action, can I activate my animated shield? Can I throw it over to Ray?
Yeah, 100%. You're going to sort of pop the shield up in front of Ray?
Yeah.
Cool. I believe you all have them in your inventory, so you can look at that.
Oh, wait, Ray has the highest AC, though, right? Ray, your AC is crazy?
No, that's Sugha.
Oh, no, Sugar's crazy. Okay, I'll give it to Ray.
Yeah, cool. Fantastic. And that brings us to our rainbow friend. And I think 10-foot sphere. Yep, I'm going to ask Sugar and Prince, please, for a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie.
As he launches bloody hellfire at you.
27 or the 22?
I'll take the 27.
I got a 22.
Okay, cool. They are both successes. So you will take half of 30 damage, which you can half again. So you guys take 7 damage.
Yep.
Technically, that's 7 half to 3. No, technically you should take 6 damage. Fire and necrotic as he throws hellfire down at you. And then he is going to Misty Step to here. The hellfire is something he threw. It's like a grenade of some sort. And then Bubbles, he's going to shoot at you. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, okay. Oh, minimum damage, though. 8 damage. And then 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits. My AC is 19.
For a subsequent 15. Obviously, both of those halved. As your resistance,
11,
so 4 and indeed. That brings us to Mr. B. He's got a good name. And he's going to throw a grenade at Rainbow. Rainbow, I need you to make a dex save, please.
Sure.
As it explodes in the air above you.
Oh, it says we get advantage on saves?
Only against magic, I believe. I don't think you get advantage on all saves.
Oh, okay, okay.
Magical effects, magic resistance, right?
Resistant mind. Versus the magical.
Resistant body.
No, that's just the.
Resistant body gives you resistance to damage, and resistant mind gives you advantage on saving throws
Saving
against magical
throws,
effects and spells.
magical effects,
This is a
correct.
grenade. So you
It
will
is
take
14.
25 fire damage, halved to 12. And you are also knocked to the side 10 feet in this direction.
Ooh.
And then he's going to shoot at you. Pew! 11. Pew! Natural 20.
Wow. Can't do anything about that.
Yeah, that's going to do quadruple damage, and it's not going to pin you to the ground because you're in the sky. It's going to pin you to a wall. So you get pinned to this wall, you are restrained, and it'll do quadruple damage. Let's roll the damage.
I tried to give you AC.
Oh, it's
I know.
maximum!
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
I might be dead.
32 times 2, 70... 64, and then obviously divided by 2 because you're resistant. 32 piercing damage.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I like that turn. That guy's great.
Prince, we need you up here, buddy.
Sugha, this guy is going to attempt to shove you. Make an athletics check.
These guys are really reading the room quite wrong.
Yeah. Look. So he will shoot you at disadvantage. Which he's never going to hit, but, you know, whatever. We'll give it a go.
Oh shit, James! I totally forgot. I have a cloak of displacement. All attacks against me should be at disadvantage.
Ah, well. So
Okay, next time.
You're not going to die. That's a 21 with disadvantage, which I believe will miss. And Rainbow Race Sparkles, it is your turn. Yeah. You can escape the restrain by just pulling the shot out. It only restrains you
Does
until
it
the
take
start
an-
of your turn.
So it doesn't take an action or anything.
Restrains you until the start of your turn. That's it.
Start of my turn. Okay,
Yep.
well I'll move out and I'll fly up another 20 feet or so
Yep.
that I can get sort of. Well, I'm already 20 feet
I'm
up, so I
going to
should
put
be
you
above.
here.
There's the roof, right?
Well, just here, so you can see off the roof.
Okay.
I think. Does that make you see off the roof? Yes.
Yes,
correct.
yes.
Cool.
Fuck me. Well, we'll put the
We
Hexblade's
have to.
curse
Okay.
no on the Rainbow Assassin.
Yep.
I'll ping that there,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll try to take a couple of pot shots at him. That's a natural 20.
Sick. I'll make a con
I
save.
should hope it's. I'll make a con save.
Yep.
Nope. 6.
Yeah, this is with advantage. It is a magical effect.
Oh, sure. 21.
That is a success. So you will take half of 20, which is 20, 10, 5. 5 necrotic damage. That is already half to resistance. Your shot, however, will do maximum damage and then an extra dice roll. What's your damage dices? All the damages that are coming over?
3d8 plus 6.
Okay, 24, 30, and the Hexblade curse thing?
Yeah, so that's going to be plus 3.
Yeah, okay. 33. Roll me. You need to roll damage as well. So it's 33 plus 33 minus 6, 27.
Yeah, roll damage to 20.
60 plus 20. 80 damage. Okay, he is wounded.
Wounded.
He didn't like that. Who's the boss?
We'll take another shot at him.
So you should.
That'll be a 21.
Yep, that hits. It's got armor class, but not that much.
22.
Okay, he is severely wounded.
Radiant.
That
Well,
means he's below 25%.
And
And? There's an and?
that's it.
Good. Prince, you're up. Don't get to and after doing 67 damage.
I'll telepathically ask Bubbles if the target he's dealing with the one that he wants to question and keep alive.
Yeah, this one's the boss.
Okay.
These little guys don't know shit, probably.
Yeah, then we'll kill these ones. I will go over here and hopefully flank this assassin if it's facing Sugha.
Josh, can you start from where you were and do like a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, I thought so. You can flank, but you'll also take an attack of opportunity.
From who?
Assassin B.
Assassin
Oh
B.
yeah, of course.
Okay, go ahead. You can go there. You're just going to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, I'm going to roll pistol, but it's not a pistol. He's just going to punch you. It's 21 to hit.
Yep.
It's 4 damage. Half to 2.
I will use my reaction. No, actually, that's literally
Yeah,
nothing.
2 bludgeoning damage overall. Yeah,
Yeah,
and now
yeah,
you're
that's
flanking roll with advantage.
Cool. I'll Great Weapon Master since it's with advantage. That's a 19.
19 hits.
Nice.
Chop his head off.
That is 22 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do one of my hit die, which is a d10 of psychic, which is 10.
He's dead.
Plus one. Okay.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's dead.
I want to roll dice. And then I will.
I like the way you double checked with Bubbles before summarily executing someone.
Well, because before he was like, "Don't kill them all," so yeah, I just wanted to double.
Well, unfortunately, you've got both an action attack and a bonus action attack here, right? So let's see it.
So yeah. I'm gonna Great Weapon Master.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Okay, and then I'll bonus action attack.
Yep.
Again, Great Weapon Master. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Okay, that is 20 slashing, and then another hit die, which is.
Remind me to put 5 combats in the next week.
5 psychic, plus another psi die,
Mm-hmm.
which is 7 psychic, and I will ask him to make a strength save, which I probably should have done the first time. Oh no, that was the first time I attacked him.
Guy.
Yeah.
15.
That's a fail. He is knocked prone.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Sugar. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'll step up behind him. I would assume this applies as flanking as well.
He's prone, so he's you're
Yeah.
you all the advantages.
I'll him being on the ground completely changes my choreography for this. Give me one moment of thinking.
Turn around and backflip and stand on his chest.
No. I am making exclusively references, and I had one planned.
Now I've taken it away. Oh well. Soldier boy,
Oh
that
my
hoe.
goodness. Prince is here, like, infusing, like, axe strikes with psionic energy, and here's Sugar just, doing jazz hands at this guy.
Jazz hands!
As the music in my head changes to more of a funky beat, I wish I had my camera on for this. I will do the iconic, like, the finger down, finger up, but with my fist, and then on the third time going down, I'll just punch him in the skull.
You're giving him night fever?
I am, in fact, giving him night fever.
Great, love that. Roll with advantage.
Good thing that has advantage. 26.
How'd you want to kill him?
As my skull, as my fist crushes into the robotic skull, I'll lift him up, pull my fist out, dip him down, and then just rip his head off.
Nice. As he dies, you just hear Bubbles, mission failure, and then the wings are going to close over the Rainbow Assassin. I need you to make a dex save, please, as he's going to fire a beam of radiant light at you. This is a reaction.
I should have advantage. I'm assuming this is magical or no? It's physical?
Nope. It is
7.
an enhanced cybernetic beam of his head. You are blind, and you will also take 5d6 fire damage, reduced or halved because you're a dude. Where is the thing? I've got it here somewhere. Boop. a rogue grenade, but it's still a 5d6. So you'll take 8 fire damage, and you'll be blinded. And Rainbow, you will watch as this guy stops in place and vanishes. And even True Sight will tell you he has teleported. I needed one of the runts. But you can drag the cybernetic body of one of these robots with you to see if anything can be decrypted from their implants, as you can take them back to Sovarde. Fortunately, however, that is where we end. As you've chased these assassins away and report your success to Martin Sovarde, he tells you to come to his home to inform him of what transpired. And that is where we'll pick up next week. But for now, it comes the timeless tradition of MVPs. And I shall start where I finish. Oscar.
Let's see. I would have to go with, out of principle, the fact that the initial reaction to a man with strange devices walking up was, let's use it on him.
I don't think it was particularly strange. I think, he demonstrated that it was fairly harmless, and the guy's clearly a bit of a nut job, so we tried it out.
Yeah, but nut jobs are fairly well known for being the type of people that also do the good.
Yeah, but he'd already shined his torch on Poe. It didn't hurt him.
Yeah, but say this guy just goes, I fucking know there's a ghost inside of him. I'm gonna get it out.
Pat.
Love how you put Helen up, by the way. That was...
So what?
I assume that would be yours.
MVP.
Yeah. So an MVP is a moment you enjoyed.
Yes.
Sorry, I
That's
completely
MVP.
forgot. So this is a moment you enjoyed, a thing you liked, something that amused you or you found good. It's usually just one moment or thing that stood out to you as beneficial. It does not have to be a person at all. It could be
it's my person. It's Salty. I was having fun with Sugar, just completely striking out with every woman that he met.
Whoa.
Kelly liked him.
Receptionist.
Well, for now.
Yeah, with both of her brain cells were engaged with you.
The classic bard just trying, but mostly failing.
Right.
1 out of 3 tonight. So good job. Good job by you.
Rika.
Yeah, likewise. I was gonna say Suga's sort of just like philandering, cracking me up, hardcore.
Josh.
As someone who cannot do voices or accents or anything, I really like it when other people do. So mine goes to Pat's Southern accent and Rico's Irish accent. They were really, really good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you, Joshy.
Beautifully done, by the way, both of you guys. You guys are excellent voices.
As long as Rico was intending Irish. Because it's what you achieved and it was beautiful.
Yeah, because before
because
you
in
said
the
you was going to do
pre-campaign you
Scottish.
said Scottish.
No, I decided to do Irish instead. I mean, like Ireland, the Fae. It all seemed to make sense to me.
You basically just called all the Irish leprechauns. Don't worry, as we get shut down on Twitch, I will give out a couple of MVPs. I really enjoyed the sort of difference of total seriousness on the job with getting the cards out in the car and hitting up on the receptionist. I actually quite liked that Prince sort of worked with Sovarde to sort of see his reaction to the nut job with the ghost equipment and sort of lent into the ever-obedient bodyguard. And I really enjoyed that side of it. So that was a nice differentiation. And just a little one to Pat, it's obviously our first time playing with you. And you've brought a southern accent-speaking hippo with a bow that shoots poison. I mean, it's a pretty good.
The GIF out the swamp, but you can't take the swamp out the GIF.
It's a pretty strong start. That's all I'm saying.
It infected me a little bit. I went southern for about 2 things.
But yeah, that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody. My camera's not on, but I'm waving in